Students in Clark County are back in their classrooms, but they're not the only ones that are going to have exams. The school buildings have to pass their own pop quiz every year with health inspections. Our focus team has been digging through reports from counties across our area, starting with Clark County.
We sorted through more than 200 inspection reports taken between 2019 and 2021. In two different schools, health officials noticed significant amounts of mouse droppings throughout the facilities. At Bridgepoint Elementary in 2019, they were found on the lids of peanut butter containers.
We sometimes see it whenever there's a change in the weather and mice will start to come inside the buildings. Generally though, all of our facilities have some form of pest control, so even if they do find some kind of issue with mice, there's going to be somebody that's going to take care of that.
Brandon Perkins is the chief food specialist at the Clark County Health Department, where they divide their findings into critical and non-critical. So what's considered critical?
Critical violations are ones that are going to be maybe directly correlated with health hazards or imminent health hazards. And those are ones that we try to really reduce as much as possible.
To date, we found nearly 50 critical violations in the last 3 years across all Clark County schools. Sometimes it's as simple as dented cans of food. Boxes of food being stored on the floor is considered non-critical, but it's still something that inspectors address, especially since the violation has been reported in 8 schools, including Silver Creek Middle twice.
There is a risk of contamination if the floor gets exposed to splash or fluids or water. Keeping those items elevated off the floor reduces that risk.
But the most reoccurring issue was having a 3-compartment sink directly connected to the sewer line.
If there's a direct connection to the sewer, the sewage backs up into the sink and then possibly contaminates any food or equipment that's inside those sinks.
We saw this issue in a dozen schools. He says it's common in older buildings and recommends the fix during major remodels. Perkins says inspections have certainly changed since the pandemic, but assures us that health officials will continue to monitor social distancing and make sure those highly touched areas in schools are extra clean on top of their regular duties.
We want to make sure that none of those kids get sick because of food or foodborne illness or contamination. So we want to take as many steps and check as many things as we can.
For 2021, 9 schools like Utica Elementary and Henryville High had no violations. For Focus, I'm Heather Fontaine.
And our focus team has requested data from several health departments across our area. We'll be breaking down more reports next week right here on Wake Up as part of our back to school coverage.